What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our daily creative challenge here on YouTube. Hello, everyone in chat. I see Felicia. We've got Michael Shez, Adobe Creative Cloud's hanging out too, Jean-Joel. How are you all on this Friday evening? And if it's not Friday where you are, let me know where you are, because it's so interesting to know where everyone is coming from. If this is your first time tuning in for our daily creative challenge, my name's Kathleen. I'm an illustrator and designer here at Adobe, and I'm kind of just helping y'all along, strengthening up your Illustrator muscles over the next week. This is the end of the first week of our 2-week challenge, and the goal for the end of this challenge is for you to have 7 beautiful, simple Illustrator illustrations to put into a nice, clean Behance portfolio project. If you've never heard of Behance, it's an awesome portfolio website that you can use as your professional portfolio. You can use it to share with your professional contacts. It's really awesome. What's up, Vanessa? Iron Buddha, how you doing? Yes, and if you haven't been able to pick up on it yet, we are in Yosemite, I'm pretty sure. Today's theme is camping. So let me know in chat if you are a fan of camping, if you could take it or leave it. What's up, Mamta, Alejandro, Lorenzo? How you doing? So if you want to sign up for this challenge, make sure you check out the link below us in the description box. It will take you to a landing page where you can sign up, and you will get an email every morning at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday for the next week. We will not have challenges over the weekend, so you can have a little bit of a break. But you'll get a challenge, it'll have a different theme, and then you can tune in Monday through Friday here on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel to come hang out during this live stream, ask your questions. I'll show you how to make a really simple illustration based off the theme. And you can also come and hang out with us on Slack. So if you've never heard of Slack, it is a chat room where you can send your feedback, get feedback for your work, connect with other creatives that are taking part in the challenge. Beefoot is from Morocco. Whoa, that's really far away. Welcome, Beefoot. Hello, hello. You can join us on Slack. Here is the link up here. I really recommend doing that, and we will maybe show a little bit of how Slack works right now, just in case you aren't familiar with it. Check this out. So it's a giant chat room. Everyone is posting their work. We got Thomas in there, Bazzy, Viren, and this is the famous Get Feedback channel where you can put your work in there. Glenn has been working on this seemingly all day. He's been posting updates. It's been really cool to see it. It's gone from there to there. Nice job, Glenn. We love seeing this. We love featuring your work on these live streams, and we will be featuring some work right at the end of the live stream, so make sure you stick around. We'll be doing some live critiquing. Ooh, hello from Vancouver. Hello from Pakistan. And we got some from Guadalupe. So cool. All right, so let's jump into Illustrator real quick. If you haven't downloaded Illustrator, now would be a great time, and you can, while it's downloading, sit back and relax and watch the live stream. Feel free to work alongside me also if you'd like to. What's up, Robin? Thanks for being here. And if you've never opened Illustrator before, when you open it, you'll see something like this. It is the new document menu. And I'm gonna recommend that you pick something from the web tab, because those artboards will be properly sized to export and upload to Behance. So maybe you could try out the minimum size or the common size. I have a minimum size right here. Yes, today's challenge is camping. So let's create a compass, because it's always good to know where you're going when you're out in the backcountry. Ooh, hello from Algeria. What's up, Feta? Thanks for being here. So let's work on this compass. Now we're pretty much going to only use tools that we've covered in the past couple days, but we will be introducing, I think, 2 new techniques during this stream. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to reset our panels in our workspace to the Essentials workspace, just so we can all be on the same page. And if yours doesn't look like mine, let's go down to Reset Essentials. Boom, everything is perfect and clean. What's up, Total Effect or Total After Effect? Nice. The way we're going to start building this compass is we're going to start with the ellipse tool, the circle. So it hides under the rectangle tool. Let's click and hold That opens up the ellipse tool, and the shortcut, as you can see, is L. So you could also just tap L to start that tool up. I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to use my smart guides to tell me when I have a perfect circle. That's that crosshair magenta lines. Thank you, smart guides. Perfect. And let's draw another perfect circle in the center. That looks good. I'm going to use my selection tool, which is this black arrow up at the top. Hotkey is V. I'm going to drag it around until my smart guides tell me, yes, it is perfectly aligned. Paston is also from Algeria. Awesome. All right, we have our rim of the compass. We have our face of the compass. Let's build this directional piece in the center. There's a bunch of different ways we could do this, but let's jump back to the rectangle tool. You could tap M, that's the hotkey. Selesh, what's up? And I'm just gonna draw a perfect square using my smart guides. That diagonal line tells me, yep, it's perfect. Cool. Let's go back to our selection tool. I'm going to hover around the corner until I see this rotate icon. And let's rotate it up perfectly. I'm using my smart guides and snap to grid to snap that right into a perfect up and down orientation. Oh, Total After Effect, you're new, welcome. Make sure that you're signed up on the link below if you want to take part in our challenge. And as you can see here, this directional piece is a little bit thinner and taller than the shape that we just built. So let's use our direct selection tool that we've used in the past couple streams. You can tap A, that's the hotkey, and I'm just going to drag a box around this very top corner, and that's only going to select my top corner. Let's grab it, drag it up a little bit. Looks good. I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom. Drag it down a little bit, maybe a little bit less. Perfect. Once again, using smart guides to help me have a perfect shape. If you don't see those magenta lines, make sure you go to View, and Smart Guides should have a checkbox next to it. Mason says, I love flat design. Me too. It's so difficult to design something so simple, but when you do, it's perfect. All right, let's drop this horizontal line in this shape. We're just going to use the line segment tool. You can see that right here. We could use the pen tool, but this works just as well. I'm going to hover over this left edge of the shape, click, hold shift to keep it a perfect angle going straight across, and release right when I get to the other side. Awesome. I'm going to select both of my shapes with my selection tool, that's the horizontal line, and the diamond shape. I'm going to drag it into the middle. However, you can tell it might be a little bit too big for our compass, so I'm just going to grab a corner, hold shift to constrain it, because if I didn't hold shift, this is what would happen. Whoa, that's crazy. Not a very good compass. So let's hold shift, size it down a bit, drag it into the center using my smart guides. Looks good. All right, now here is the first new tool that we are going to be learning today. I'm just using Command minus and Command plus to zoom out. We're gonna add these kind of directional or increment lines to tell us that's north, that's northeast, etc., etc. We're gonna add them, but they're gonna be in perfect increments, which would be difficult to do by hand. You'd have to get a compass out and do it at perfect angles. But I'll show you a really, really easy way to do it. Ooh, Akshil says, it makes me already sad thinking that this is the end after next week. I love these lessons. So glad that you're liking them so far. Feel free to watch the replays over the weekend if you want to keep learning or relearning what you've learned over the past week. So let's add these increment lines. I'm going to use my line segment tool again. And I'm going to draw a perfectly straight line going down using my smart guides as a guide. And you can see that I have my caps of my strokes, they are rounded, and you can make sure that you have yours rounded as well by going over to your Properties panel, clicking on Stroke, which is right here, and making sure your cap is a round cap. All right, now we have Salish wondering if I could explain a little bit about cell shading. That's a great question for our Slack channel, where we can give you kind of 24/7 feedback and answer questions, and maybe other people can answer questions for you. So go check that out. It's at bit.ly/dailychallenge/slack. It's a really great question. I wish we had all the time in the world so I could. What's up, Justin? Thanks for being here again. All right, so we have our northernmost point. Now we need to do the northeast point, or I guess it would be this way. Now, how do we do this? Well, we're going to use the reflect tool, or not reflect, rotate tool. They're kind of brother and sister tools, get confused sometimes. All right, so let's go over to our toolbar, and we don't want reflect, we want rotate. And the hotkey is, you guessed it, R. So when you select the rotate tool, you need to make sure that you have your shape that you want to rotate selected as well. And you're going to see that this kind of aqua crosshair appears. That's when we're going to tell Illustrator where we want this line to reflect or rotate around. So we want it to rotate around the very center of the compass. So let's find the center using Smart Guides. And say it's right about there. And if I were to go up and click this and start dragging, you'll see that it rotates it perfectly around that center point that we just designated. However, if I release, it just takes that point and rotates it. It's not what we want. I'm just Command Z to go back. We want to make a copy and then rotate it. So with this selected, I'm going to hold Option. That is the duplicate kind of modifier. Option, I'm also going to hold Shift because we want it to rotate at a very specific and exact increment. And I'm going to click, oops, gotta drop this one more time. I'm going to click Option, hold Shift, and you'll see that it moves it at a 45-degree angle. What's up, Eduardo? That's great. Now we want it to do it all the way around the face of the compass. This is really easy and actually really satisfying. We're just going to hold Command and tap D. That's just redo the thing that I did before. So hold Command D again and again and again and again and again. Super easy, and if you want a little more clarification on that, feel free to rewind the player and see that again. You can also watch the replays after this is done. Nader says, greetings from Egypt. Hello, good to have you here. All right, let's add this little end clip. Very quickly, we're going to use the rounded rectangle tool, which we've used many times. I'm going to fill that with black. I'm going to rotate it a little, drag it onto the edge, cool, and then I'm just going to do an ellipse very quickly. These are all tools that we've covered. Should be pretty simple. All right. Now let's add some color. We haven't really talked about color a whole lot in the last couple days. Just gonna bump this up a little bit using my arrow keys. Maybe overlap it a bit. I'm gonna select this all, grab the corner, hold Shift, size it down a bit. We're gonna talk about color, and we're gonna find out a really super easy way to add color to our illustrations. With all of these selected, I'm going to go over into my toolbar and go over to a tool called Live Paint Bucket. Now if I click and hold, it hides under the Shape Builder tool. So if you see Shape Builder, click and hold on it, go down to Live Paint Bucket. Oops. And the first thing you need to do is click on your selection once, and that creates kind of a live paint group. It's almost like it's creating a coloring book out of your selection, and we're going to drop some colors into it. Now I want to find my colors. I want to be able to see them. The thing I'm going to do is go up to Window, make sure my swatches are visible. Awesome. Now let's say we're going to drag or drop an orange into the outside. All I'm doing is hitting my arrow keys, and you can see very tiny here that as I hit my arrow key, the color is changing. It's just cycling through my swatches. So I have orange selected. I'm just gonna click. It fills it with orange. Really, really easy. Now if I go down here and maybe tap closer to the yellow, you can see I'm cycling through. I'm gonna choose yellow. Click, yellow. Really easy. Now let's make this top triangle a different color from the bottom. This is what makes this tool really amazing. The way that we built this diamond is, I should just, if I were to add a color to it, it would just make it all one color with a line in the middle. But with the live paint tool, we can add a top color and a bottom color. Let's add maybe kind of a light blue to the top, and we'll go to a red for the bottom. And that, my friends, is a colored compass. Super easy. Can I suggest something? Decrease the stroke of the compass needle. You think this little guy? Yeah, I think that's a good idea, actually. We're gonna grab that. Let's decrease the stroke a little bit. And we'll make this a little bit smaller so it fits in there. Hey, great idea. I like that. But we're gonna have to go back in here and change the color of the bottom again, because somehow I messed it up. Cool. I kind of like it both the same color, actually. Now if you want, that can be it. You can go in and change more colors, and also within the menu for the live paint tool, you can also change the color of the stroke. So that's something really fun to play with. All right, we have our illustration done. It's really simple. Now let's get on to the second part of the stream, which is exporting. Super easy to export from Illustrator so that you can upload to Behance. I'm gonna right click, or you could go up to File, but we're gonna choose Export Selection. So if I right click on my selection, Export Selection is here at the bottom. And you'll see that I have my asset, and I can export it in many different file formats, as you can see here, many different scales. Let's change the name by double clicking on that to compass, and we want 100% scale, PNG, perfect. Click export, and you can see that it appears in my daily challenge folder. Totally done, great. Let's upload it to Behance. Now chat, let me know, have you ever heard of Behance? Do you have a Behance? If not, it's really easy to make one really quick, totally free. You can sign up with your Facebook, your Google account, or your Adobe ID. I'm already signed in. Let's go to my profile, and here is my Daily Creative Challenge project. Now, if you don't have one yet, you can make a new project, and we will show you how to add keywords to that so we can all find it. But I'm just gonna edit this, because I'm going to add all of my submissions into one project. It's a great way of keeping things together, cohesive. Here are all of my submissions from prior days. You're gonna say, well, actually, let's upload first. Upload the image. We've done this the past couple days, should be easy peasy by now. There she is. Let's add the text. Day number 4, let's turn off Keycaster. Day number 4, camping, because without it, I'd be lost. Pun intended. All right, I could click save, but before that, if you are just making a new project now, I want to make sure that you know how to add a keyword. So let's go into settings, and you'll have to add some creative fields. We did graphic design, icon design, and illustration. That's what helps people to search out your projects and find them easily. And we're also going to go over to discoverability and make sure you add the keyword Daily Creative Challenge. That's the way that we're going to be able to find your work. Also, there is a bit.ly to search this keyword really easily. It's bit.ly/dailychallengegallery, and that will take you to the Daily Challenge Gallery. All right, we'll save this, we'll save the project, and let's go check it out on my profile. We got the rocket from day 1, hot dog, kitty cat, baseball, and compass. I think I like the compass the most so far. Really simple, awesome. And you have all been making awesome projects as well. We just have a couple minutes left. Maybe we can look at some of your projects. And before we do that, let's pull up the Slack screen one more time so we can let you know that if you want to get feedback throughout the week and throughout the weekend, you can come over, get feedback from everyone else, from us, in our Slack. It's bit.ly/dailychallenge/Slack. Let's pop over there one more time. Gotta get some links open. Perfect, so go ahead and sign up there. It's super easy. Really fun. I've had a blast just chatting with you all the last couple days. And we have all of next week left for more themes, more prompts. I'm excited to see what the themes are, because even I don't know. Just kidding, I totally know. That was a lie. All right, we can pop over to my screen and let's go through some community projects. So these were all pulled from the Daily Creative Challenge keyword. This is by Gabriel Martinez. I think this is super strong because it is the start of an icon set. That's really, really awesome. We've got the tent, the axe, the compass, may or may not have inspired me, picnic table. Now I'm gonna appreciate this. And that's the way that you can tell people that you like their work, that it's working. And you can also come down here to add a comment, maybe give some feedback. Isaac likes the compass, it's his favorite. Me too, Isaac, me too. Great job, Gabriel. Now this is by William, and I've really liked William's projects so far, but I think this was his sports one. But I think I like this one even more. I think it's getting stronger as he goes. And I think also William is a great example of you didn't have to start with us on Monday. You could start right now and go through and do 7 illustrations by the end of the week. That's all we ask. You're always welcome to start over, start from the beginning. And William seems like he's catching up quickly. So I really like this, and I wanted to ask him what tools did he use, because we can see here there's some curves, there's some straight lines, there's also some gradients. I was going to say, nice job. What tools did you use? Super easy, post a comment, boom, a community is born. All right, let's look at another. Oh, this is by Dominique. I really like the story that they tell. They have the Adobe Daily Creative Challenge, a hobby graphic designer who enjoys expressing my creative side through digital expression. That's great. That's great to hear. Here is fast food running, literally fast food. Animal companion, these are all themes from the past couple days. These are all so different. And I thought this was a really nice, complete composition. It's not just a vignette or an icon, it's a whole illustration. And I think the thing that I like the most about this is the shape character of these mountains. There's like some groove to them. And I'm wondering if maybe Dominique could add more of that kind of groovy shape character to maybe the trees. I think that'd be a great, it's just asking to be a little more, have a little more movement in it. Great job, Dominique. I love those mountains. All right, who's next? Ooh, Soren. There are a couple things that I really like about this submission from Soren, but I think the thing that is strongest, well, there's 2 things. One of the things is a very subtle use of gradients. I think gradients are such a powerful tool in Illustrator, and if you don't know what a gradient is, it's this kind of very smooth flowing from one color to the next, so this dark green to this light green. But it's easy to be heavy-handed with them, so when they're subtle, it's awesome. It works really well. I also really like how Soren broke the composition, this perfect circle. He broke out of the silhouette with other elements of the illustration. She's got the fire here, the clouds back here. And in doing this, they add so much depth to the work. You can tell that the fire is closer because it is layered on front of what you understand to be the background. I also really like how different every one of the projects is. So you can see down here, there's already some comments, very nice typography work in addition. Wow, your artwork is awesome. Nice, subtle gradients. Yeah, Isaac, I agree. It's really interesting to see what people make. So creative. This is by Bettina. I think the thing that I liked the most about Bettina's work was this. It feels like a very cohesive project because they all have these solid circles behind them. They could be icons, it could be a set of just simple illustrations, it could be used for Instagram stories. Really cool. Nice use of insect repellent, very important. in the outdoors. And I also noticed that she might have used some multiply layers back here. But I'm gonna ask because I'm not sure. Of the mountains, did you use multiply? Or did you use Pathfinder? There's a couple different ways to do that, so I'd like to know how exactly she did it. All right, I think those are all the community highlights for today. Chat, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciated it. If you want to sign up for the Daily Creative Challenge, we have one more week. So 7 more prompts, I think, and you have, ooh, let's get warm by the fire, but don't catch my hair on fire. Got some product in there. If you want to sign up, make sure you do. You have until April 21st to finish all of your submissions. And like I said, we just need to come away with this with 7 illustrations. So there's kind of 10 days of themes, make 7 illustrations, and you will come away as a much stronger illustrator, not so scared of the program Illustrator anymore, and hopefully you'll also have an awesome network of creatives on both the Slack channel at bit.ly/dailychallenge/slack, also on Behance, and here at Adobe. So we'll see you on Monday, and make sure to watch the replays if you are interested in kind of reviewing what we've gone over. Thank you, everyone. Bye, Glenn. Bye, Catherine. See you.